Good morning, bitches. Full transparency here. I was gonna write notes down, but something kind of got in the way between wanting to write the notes down and actually writing the notes down, and that happened. So I'm just gonna do a little quick trial run here. We haven't had the best viewerships with the video game stuff, obviously. A lot of these people that watch this channel are elder and they don't do the whole video game thing. We also tried a little like bullshit chat, but it still had a video game thing to it and a different name. We're gonna try the older early watch thing. Try to see if we can involve some newer people, get a newer audience in, along with our older ones that have actually stuck with us and stayed loyal. Not the ones that are just here for Second Amendment good, liberal bad, and even though, I mean, those are true statements. We're trying to kind of broaden our horizons here for, I guess, not lack of a better term, that is the term, but trying to broaden our horizons here. Small talk, like I said, I didn't do much writing for this show, so no small talk. Fuck the bullshit. We're just gonna jump right into it. I didn't invite anybody. I mean, anybody could jump in at any time. That's fantastic and fine with me. But just wanted to kind of do a test run, see more or less the people that watched later. I do like to go off of the comments, and I got that Fatty Plays channel. If anybody's interested in, he's gonna be in the Well, I'm gonna be in the comments. Fucking sound like a psychopath. But anybody that's interested in that can go and log into that channel or sign up for that channel or whatever the hell they call it, subscribe. I looked into Rumble briefly. Also, full transparency, didn't do as much research as I probably could have. But I'm interested. I'm interested. But I also have to agree with the shit that Tony said at one point in time about YouTube is kind of where we're going to be able to grab the most, I guess, attention, but newer people to come along. That's going to be where YouTube comes into play. So I'm going to stay on YouTube for a while until Sorry about that. I'm going to stay on YouTube for a while until we get like stuff figured out over there. Maybe establish something short term over there, but for right now, we're gonna stay where we're at. Let's kind of get into some of the news here. We got Cindy. I thought this was interesting. Cyndi Lauper's rapper son allegedly caught with a gun and drugs near New York City. Not Cyndi Lauper. That I'm sure that she's got to be Mother of the Year. Let me see. I'm trying to click on this article here, get some pictures up. Oh, it's a video. Well, that's gay. I wanted to see like Cyndi Lauper with her wild haircut. Oh, damn. It's like a crime scene out there. There he is. There's the mother son duo of the year. All right, let's actually see what happened here. New York Police Department found rapper Decline maybe Declan. I don't know. I don't know why that sounds like a narcotic. Declan Dex Lauper near a building about 15 minutes after the shooting in 2022. He copped a plea deal and avoided jail time after he was busted with a stolen Mercedes outside another rapper's memorial. A Manhattan judge ordered him to complete 5 days community service and stay out of trouble. That must be nice there, Declohydrolene Lauper. I thought this was more recent. Let me see. The troubled son of music icon Cyndi Lauper was allegedly caught with a gun and drugs in the aftermath of a shooting in Harlem Wednesday night, law enforcement sources say. Cops were canvassing around 135 West 112th Street after a 24-year-old man was shot in the leg outside an apartment building around 7:15, about 15 minutes after the shooting. The NYPD found rapper Declan Dex Lauper near the building with a gun and drugs, sources say, without specifying what the substances were. It's unclear if his arrest was connected to the shooting. According to authorities, the shooting victim was rushed by the EMTs to Mount Sinai Morningside Hospital in stable condition. Lauper was charged with criminal possession of a weapon, authorities said. Meanwhile, it's not the first time Lauper, the son of a legend, the son of the legendary "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" singer and actor David Thornton, has been in legal trouble. What's up, Play Nice? Yeah, that's crazy to me. I just don't see her. Madonna's still out there. I don't see how these old broads are still shuffling their hips along. I mean, look at her. She's just. I guess maybe they got enough plastic surgery to hold her body up as they do her cheeks. But yeah, so old Declan Hydran Dex Lauper, he looks like he's in trouble. He does look kind of like his mom. I don't know who David Thornton is, but he resembles his mama. Pre-plastic surgery. I guess Dex just wants to have fun. In other news, we have a Hawaii top court upholds gun laws, criticizes the U.S. Supreme Court. Please consider disabling your no. Let's see if we can get another news site here. This is CBS. Why Supreme Court, The Wire, and ruling on gun rights. The thing about the old, it looks like you're using an ad blocker. I guess nobody likes ad blockers anymore. Let's see if we can find another one. AP News should be fine. It looks like it should be fine here. Yeah, nothing, no pop-ups yet. Let's see. Hawaii's High Court cities The Wire in rebukes of U.S. Supreme Court decision that expanded gun rights. Sorry about the holdup in the background there. Honolulu, a ruling by Hawaii's High Court saying that a man can be prosecuted for carrying a gun in public without a permit cites crime drama TV series The Wire and invokes the spirit of aloha, an apparent rebuke of the U.S. Supreme Court decision and expanded gun rights nationwide. The thing about the old days is the unanimous Hawaii Supreme Court ruling issued Wednesday said, borrowing a quote from the season 4 episode 3 of HBO series to express the culture from the founding of the country shouldn't dictate contemporary life. Authored by Justice Todd Edens, the opinion goes on to say the spirit of aloha clashes with a federally mandated lifestyle and lets citizens walk around with deadly weapons during day-to-day activities. The ruling stems from a 2017 case against Christopher Wilson, who had a loaded pistol in his front waistband when police were called after a Maui landowner reported seeing a group of men on his property at night. The handgun was unregistered in Hawaii, and Wilson had not obtained or applied for a permit to own the gun. Wilson told police he allegedly bought the gun in Florida in 2013. Wilson first motioned to dismiss the charges, argued that prosecuting him for possession of a firearm for self-defense violated his right to bear arms in the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, which is true, but was denied, of course. Then in 2022, a U.S. Supreme Court decision known as the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin opened gun laws nationwide, including in Hawaii, which has long had some of the strictest gun laws in the country, which we know from just talking with HVS and all that other stuff. It definitely sucks out there. Just as Bruin decision came out, Wilson filed a second motion to dismiss the case. The judge granted the dismissal and the state appealed. Ben Lowenthal of Hawaii Public Defender's Office Wilson attorney said Thursday his office is taking stock of our options, quote, including seeking review from the U.S. Supreme Court. Wilson denied trespassing and said he and his friends were hiking that night and took a look at the moon and the native Hawaiian plants, according to the recent ruling. Hawaii Attorney General Ann Lopez hailed the ruling as a landmark decision that affirmed the constitutionality of crucial gun safety legislation. The ruling affects a culture in Hawaii that's very resistant to change, a judiciary and government that has been in accepting Bruin, reluctant. I don't know why they had to use another R word. That's another R word that we won't say. The use of pop culture references to attempt to rebuke in the Supreme Court's detailed historical analysis is evidence that it's not a well-reasoned opinion, said Beck, who has challenged Hawaii's gun restrictions. Beck represents 3 Maui residents who are challenging Hawaii law enacted last year that prohibits carrying a firearm on the beach and in other places, including banks, bars, and restaurants that serve alcohol. I mean, that's ridiculous. Especially, an argument can be made about bars and alcohol, I guess, which is still to me ridiculous. But prohibits carrying firearm on the beach where you could be robbed, raped, killed, etc., etc. It's banks where robberies happen. The people that let me clue in not only the Honolulu and Hawaii representatives, but any representative that may or may not stumble across the early watch. The people that rob banks, they usually they're not worried about the law of not being allowed to carry their guns in the bank. So it would probably behoove you guys to allow your customers to carry guns in the bank, because if somebody does come in there and try to rob it, you may have 3 or 4 people in there that aren't trying to rob it that could be armed. And we all know, I mean, Hawaii sucks. There's really no reason to read this last couple paragraphs. That they suck. The gun laws out there suck. Liberal doesn't mean what it used to mean. Because liberal, and what I've always taken as a definition of liberal, is somebody that doesn't give a shit. Do what you want to do. You want to be gay, go be gay. You want to dye your hair blue and run around and scream dumb shit, go ahead and run around and scream dumb shit, dye your hair green, whatever. You want to carry your gun in public and protect yourself and your family, go ahead, whatever, who cares. That's, do as you will, whatever. Now, obviously, when it comes to criminals, which we do have in this country and other countries, obviously, doing what you will is not something that should be written into law. But this is just the restrictions are ridiculous, because the people that are criminals they're not paying attention to any of this. So they're just having arguments and banning guns from people who would protect the establishment, possibly, probably. State Supreme Court denies state lawmakers' bid to vacate gun ban ruling. That's good. Wait, maybe that's good. Maybe that's not good. State Supreme Court denies state lawmakers' bid to vacate gun ruling. What that depends on what the gun ruling is. Like, oh, never mind. Illinois, it's probably bad. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. The Illinois Supreme Court has again denied a request from Republican lawmakers seeking to repeal the state assault weapons ban. But we all know that Illinois, New York, California, Hawaii, all these states eat corn the long way. And then we got stuff going on Reddit. See, I mean, as long as where he's pointing at is a safe direction, if there's no schools or anything in that way, that's pretty cool. I mean, look at that muzzle flash, baby. He is one-handing it though. Hopefully he doesn't get a weak arm and drops it, because there's a bunch of people that are right there in front of that gun. That's no, I'm not even gonna comment on that one because that just pisses me off. But I've noticed they do a lot of that in I don't want to necessarily say Muslim countries or Indian country. I don't know what their proper name is or whatever, but a lot of these fucking Hindu places, Indian places, they do the celebratory deep down in the south shooting their guns in the air type shit. I see that a lot. And I mean, obviously, we've had the argument of what goes up must come down. She's shooting straight in the air. You got to put it on a little bit of an when you put it on an angle, it's a little bit more dangerous. Anybody that remembers that fucking thing. This doesn't bother me as much. First of all, it's idiots pointing guns at idiots. Second of all, how else are you going to test your bulletproof vest? That's apparently also already been shot. Having chambered firearm in your ass is crazy. Let's see how crazy it is.
Hands, don't grab it! I won't. Do not!
I got stop.
Back up. Back up. Back up.
Hey, I just pulled this out of his ass, okay?
What?
Yes, so get back.
No, I did not have that on me. No.
Ma'am,
Mom!
step back.
That
This just came out of his pants, okay? So step back.
I just
Step back.
I am over here, but you don't have to handle him like that. You do not. That's my
Back up or
child.
you'll get cuffed too.
now when he says out of his ass, that oh goodness. All right, let's see what this guy's gonna do. That's a hell of a way to look at
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man.
That's copyright waiting to happen. I think everybody has seen all these gun fail videos. Those are kind of actually old. Is he in the DMV? That's got to be a ticket straight to jail if he's in the DMV or wherever the hell that was that he was taking that test at. I like that. That's kind of neat. I was getting out of my car to go to the gym and I noticed this guy next to me just left his firearm in his center console. I guess a free gun for the first criminal who finds. Oh, okay. I thought that was somebody taking a picture of one of their like pop-out gun safe things or something, but now I see that that's just yeah, that's just stupid. And then he's got a little battle axe right there, a little survival axe right next to it or something, whatever that handle is. It's not a knife. That's DJ, that's what I thought too. I thought literally the cop pulled it from inside of his ass. But I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh. Atenga tirar, mas não tem munição, viu? Ó.
Is this, hold on a second. Is that like a security guy? Is that, what is that on his, maybe that's just a t-shirt graphic.
Ó.
And it's like an Indian guy wearing a 1776 shirt or something like that. Middle Eastern man in his 1776 shirt, as they do.
Atenga tirar, mas não tem munição, viu? Ó.
Yeah, what did you hit next to you, buddy? Long contemplation there. We don't need to hear that loud. This one might get graphic. Yep, it got graphic. Ow. Youch, that's a stinger. That had to be a blank or something. There's no, like... Oh, maybe the blood splattered off camera. I don't know. Very, very calm for just shooting a hole through his hand. It had to hit some bones. Oh, another rap video. Yeah, that's how you do it. Flag your cameraman. Is that... So that dog, where did that dog get that gun from? He just... Oh my god, and his muzzle first in his mouth? That's horrendous. I don't like when people fuck with dogs with the guns, but I mean, obviously that dog just picked some shit up somewhere.
Look, you feel me? You know, just my daily Glock tutorial, you feel me? You feel me? Hold 10. You know, ain't nothing in it. You feel me? Psh, feel me? Ain't nothing in it. See?
Ain't nothing in it, and then some shit falls out of it. Gotta love it. Oh Lord.
Oh, you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah.
You okay? No, bro, you didn't lose your teeth. I did, but you chipped it.
But you chipped it. Yeah, I would say you're lucky that you just got your tooth chipped.
D'accordo.
Let's see, this one's blocked out, so we might have graphic. Watch yourself. She wasn't prepared for that, but that's cool. Let's see. What else we got going on over here in the news? Probably nothing. I know Nice Records just had something on the other day about like South Carolina or some shit like that, lifting the federal ban on gun restriction funding. U.S. research, let's see. I don't care. The lifting of the federal ban on gun research funding has spurred more studies. Friday, February 9th, 2024. Friday, February 9th, 2024, excuse me. U.S. research into gun violence has started to expand following the ending of a two-decade drought of federal funding for such studies. A new report finds firearm violence and studies had been stymied by severe restrictions on federal funding adopted by Congress in 1996, the researchers said. But those restrictions began to loosen in the mid-2010s, and in 2020, Congress began appropriating funds to federal agencies so that scientists could rigorously study gun violence. As a result, the National Institutes of Health awarded more than $100 million for firearm injury prevention research. Jeez. I wonder how many of those millions of dollars went into politicians and researchers' pockets. That's insane. $100 million for firearm injury prevention research. That means that they got a room full of guys saying, okay, this weekend this many people got shot, this people, That is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous amount of money. How many trillions of dollars in debt are we? And we just throw out $100 million for firearm injury prevent. That is so ridiculous. Especially when most of these firearm injuries are from illegal firearms. Anyway, the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention awarded another $49 million. So we're at about $150 million for this research. That Then that new flow of funds caused clinical trials regarding gun violence to increase by 90%. So it didn't stop anything, all that research from 2017 to 2019 to 2020 to 2022. While published research on the subject increased by 86%. This study clearly shows that federal funding is a motivator and a legitimator for investors interested in firearm injury prevention. Is it though? Further study, researchers reviewed federal grants, registered clinical trials, and published research regarding research regarding firearms violence between 1985 and 2022. All the publications reviewed, 47% had no funding, 16% had NIH funding, and 11% had CDC funding. Another 38% received funding from other sources such as private foundations. So $149 million was just between the NIH and the CDC. And then who knows where the other how much the other 38% was. Most studies, 55% looked at firearm violence. About 48% focused on firearm suicides, and 21% looked at unintentional firearm injuries. So, most studies looked at firearm violence, 55%, which I would guess, and this is an educated guess, I would guess that most of this was illegal firearms. Then we got 48% focused on suicides, which is people that would have found a way to kill themselves regardless of a firearm or not. Because if they committed suicide with a firearm, granted, unless unintentional, but that would be with the last study, but about 48% focused on firearm suicides. So I would guesstimate that out of that 48%, 47.5% of them would have found another way to kill themselves anyway. Now, 21% looked at an unintentional firearm injuries. That's idiots. So we've spent over $149 million. Over, because remember, there's another 38% of funding from sources such as private foundations. We've had over $150 million in U.S. money. Mind you, like I just said, we're trillions of dollars in debt and climbing. But yet we had $150+ million to literally throw away. So that's where my curiosity of whose pockets did that go into comes into play. Some of this has been spurred by the increase in gun violence in the United States, but Ranney said the role of federal funding should not be discounted. This study shows that the rates of firearm injuries and death rise in the U.S. Continued federal funding is critical for supporting that's let me decode this for everybody out there listening. That just means that it's critical that we keep paying these people that we've been paying for this bullshit study. Research helps us understand what works and helps us invest our time and money in programs. So if the research helps you understand what works and helps you invest time and money into programs, that will really make a difference. Why has it only gotten worse? Why is there no difference? Why are legal firearm owners being the ones that are discounted, are being the ones that are having their rights taken away, are the ones that are becoming criminals because of the laws and legislations that are coming down on them? This is just absolutely ridiculous. Ranney added, already CDC and NIH funded research has shown the value of some innovative new programs such as See Something, Say Something. Can I say something? Shouldn't that... Look, Mama said don't be a tattletale, right? But I don't know, DJ. It says something about Ranney, but I wouldn't be surprised if that... I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, the See Something, Say Something. Mama said don't be a tattletale, whatever. But, I mean, if it's egregious, stepping in or saying something, this See Something, Say Something should be common sense. We don't need $150 million to come up with See Something, Say Something. This is the most retarded thing that I've ever heard. I'm sorry, the most R-worded thing that I've ever seen in my life. The See Something, Say Something program, but more is needed. Why don't we just get a bunch of scientists in a room and start spitballing? Give them $200 million. Yeah, this is... to see lifting a ban. I don't see anything about the UC Davis, but this is ridiculous. It's absolutely redonkulous. So yeah, Mama says knock you out. Yeah, see something, knock them out. Take care of them. Take care of it yourself. Because it's not like see something, say something. It's not like the police are going to get there to actually solve the problem. They're going to get there to clean up the after effects. That's, you know, guns are not just the public health. Gun control is about health and safety, but also about protecting democracy. Yeah. Well, on that note, anybody that watches now, thanks DJ for showing up and commenting and all that. But anybody that watches now, anybody that watches later, do me a favor, leave some comments or leave a comment. Let me know if I should keep on going with the news thing, if we should add some more people in here. Like I said, anybody that's willing or interested to jump in, more than welcome to. But you know, start it alone. I could keep going alone. It don't matter. But let us know what you think. Let me know what you think. Because for right now, this is just, I'm getting a little aggravated. And it's about 8 o'clock. So we've been running for about, it ain't even been close to an hour. It's been like a half an hour. But I'm thinking either 7 to 8, 8 to 9, something along those lines. Just to kind of like fit in with my schedule, but still get shows out or whatever. Let me know what you guys think. The feedback would be priceless, to be honest with you, just to let us know. Let me know, should I keep going? Should I do something different? Should I add in? I know people didn't really like to put feedback in before, but like I said, it'd be invaluable to let me know where to go next. Should I delete the channel? What's next? With that, like I said, thanks DJ for showing up. Thanks everybody that watches later, anybody that's watching in the background, whatever. And with that, we will see you guys. Leave a comment and we'll figure it out.
Turn off your TV set. It'll all be alright. Don't listen to no politician. We don't tell you what's right. No time for a demonstration. Just get into the zone. You can say what you want to say, baby. Just look out for the drum.